Welcome to the warm-up. Representing the Los Angeles Lakers. This is my favorite shirt. It's been washed probably a million times. That's why it's this color now. I'll be taking you through the warm-up today, and we're going to start with our upper body and moving around our shoulders, moving around our back, specifically our shoulder blades. So I'm going to start with my cat camel. The cat camel. This was Kobe Bryant's warm-up for his something great he did. 81-point game. Whew. And what I'm doing here is really moving my shoulder blades towards the center of my back and then pushing my arms forward. The cat camel. All right, from here, what I'm gonna do now is go into my A++ stretch. So hands up, reach onto my upper back, pull on my elbow, and call this the A++. It's because it's designed to be a shoulder stretch, but we added an arm stretch. So that's essentially like if you got 100% on a test and there was extra credit and you got the extra credit. That's how good this is. And let's go on and switch sides now. So hands up, grab my elbow, pull my elbow back, and then maybe you pat yourself on the back for job well done of being in the warm-up, but also being here. Hooray, celebrate yourself. Now this next one is what we call a starfish. Also, I think it's a windmill, I don't know. Out here, I'm like this. This is it. Now what I'm gonna do is push my hips back and then reach to my opposite leg. So, like that. And this one I'm warming up my legs, doing what we call a dynamic stretch. That just means that I'm moving and stretching. That's the back of my leg. Might have typically heard of just like a static stretch, and that's where you just hold yourself in position. But dynamic, very cutting edge, means that we are moving and stretching at the same time. Very, very cutting edge. Let's go and get one more each. Ooh, my hamstrings feel great. All right, now with my nice loose hips, I'm gonna move into a squat. I'm gonna have my hands right here, right, like a goalpost, just like this. Find a comfortable place for your feet, and then you go in and sit down, and then stand up. I'm getting my legs moving, getting my glutes. Those you don't know, the glutes are my butt muscles. It's also a great warm-up for everything we're about to be doing. I'm sure everyone's got a leg exercise today. I'm gonna do a couple more. And all right, let's go on and get into this next exercise, and a little bit of a balance. Great for the hips, great for the hips, great for the back of the leg. So we call bowler lunge. Very similar to a single leg deadlift, but my hips come back, cross over, and tap my knee back on up. So that's my right hand to my left knee. So it's opposite. Right hand, left knee. There's a good amount of balance involved in this. So that's right. It's getting your balance ready. There's a lot of ankle things happening here where your ankles are getting warmed up. Also loosening up my hips a little bit. Hips get really tight. All done with the bowler lunge. So I don't know why it's called a bowler lunge. Single leg deadlift is good. Whew. All right, let's switch legs. Here, reaching down. Now my left hand is crossing over my body to touch my right knee. Just like this. And there's my 10. Moving on. Shoulder stretch. Back of my shoulder. What I'm going to do is put my hand straight out and move my shoulder blade back, which we learned how to do with the cat camel. Grab my elbow and bring my bicep, right, that's this part, it's my bicep, that part, to my chest. And that's it. And you're looking for a stretch in the back of your shoulder. Pretty nice. This is one of those stretches where we get very, very, very tight and rigid in our shoulders, and this is a really good way to stretch them. And right on out here. Gets a lot of relief in tight shoulders. Let's go on switch sides. So again, here, and then front of my arm to my chest, and feeling the stretch back of my shoulder. All right, from here we're going into the feet. I'm gonna balance and do some ankle circles. So I'm gonna do 10 one direction, and then I'm actually gonna switch. What I'm doing here is, all right, ankles get really tight. I'm reversing directions, really, really tight. And so this is a great way to loosen them up. All right, now I'm gonna switch legs. Whew. Oftentimes if you do, like to go walking around your neighborhood with your dogs, I'm falling, with your dogs, or you like to go walking yourself, our ankles are gonna tighten up just from using them. Or also from sitting they get tight, it's kind of everything, and so it's good to just loosen them up that way. Okay, from here, this is a real amazing stretch for here to here. I'm gonna use the wall, so if you wanna find something, by all means, I'm gonna bring my heel to my bottom and then let my knee drift back a little bit, just a little bit, enough to feel a stretch right through the top of my thigh, right through the front top of my thighs, and then maybe even a little bit on the front of my hip. I do have to use this to help balance myself. Just a little bit though. Not a lot, just a little bit. And switch sides. So again, it's my heel to my bottom, and then my knee comes back just a tiny bit. Big stretch. If you need to put your hand on something like I do, do it. And all right, so last thing we're gonna be doing is full body extensions. This is one of my favorite warm-ups because it does pretty much everything that we did before into one exercise. So I'm here and then reach on up to the ceiling. That's when it's okay to be a little fast. So if you want to speed it up a little bit, by all means, get your body warm. And 2, and 1, and there's a warm-up. Have a great workout.